Bienvenida, bienvenido, and Joaquin. Hello, hey, and how are you doing? It is Destiny back. Last topic of the night. I would tell y'all how long I've been sitting here doing content, but I'm not. Because then it's going to make you think my tips that I've given earlier this evening about batch content creating, y'all gonna think it's not a good idea if I tell you. I had a couple of glitches, interruptions, distractions, so it pushed me to do this content a little bit longer. But I'm not gonna tell you my overall content time. I'm not gonna tell you my start and my finish time because it's gonna scare some of you. So we're gonna just leave that over here, and I'm just gonna mind my business with that, right? Listen. I want to say thank you. I appreciate you if you have subscribed to the channel and remained a subscriber. I thank you. Do you know how many people hop on your channel and hop off? Do you know how many people click that button and unclick the button? I don't even think to go back into any YouTube channel and unsubscribe. It's weird to me, but that ain't what we're here to talk about. We're here just to say thank you. If you subscribed and stayed, I appreciate you. Now, let's talk to the ones that have not yet subscribed. If you're watching, hey sis, hey bro, hey auntie, hey uncle, hey family. Listen, I need you to subscribe to the channel. And in doing so, you can stop right now, whatever it is you're doing, hop on over and we can get into this last topic for this evening. Yes! Whew, sis is tired. And I'm okay saying I'm tired. I don't want y'all to think content is all fun, because it ain't. It's tiring. It's time consuming. It takes a lot out of you. So, baby, it's hard work. It is hard work. Not trying to deter nobody, but I'm just being authentic, genuine, and real. It's a lot. And, yeah. You're real happy when you get to the end, especially when you do like I do, content batch it all together, just make a content day. It's exhausting. So when you get to the end, it's like, woo, yes, hallelujah. Finally through, finally done. But let me keep talking before I run out of space on this card. Listen. I just want to say, real quick, short topic. Hopefully we have enough space to finish it out because it's the last one for the night, and it will leave me free of content for at least 3 weeks. That's what we're pushing for. This topic is one, a little bit touchy, a little sensitive to some people, but that's not what we're going for. We're not trying to be that to anybody. So let me explain. Not trying to be step on no toes, anything like that. It's a very mindful topic that if you're mature enough, you won't be offended. You always understand where I'm coming from on my channel, because go back and look at what 120 videos I think I have now, baby. I'm very mindful. I'm very positive. I like to love on people. I like to edify. I like to uplift. I like to encourage. I like to not be a gatekeeper and share all the information, all the tips, all the takeaways. That's who I am on this channel. So if I'm ever saying anything and you misunderstand or you take it as a negative, trust me, please go back and revisit the video. Revisit previous videos. You'll see, oh, there's nothing about her on any other video that's in that space, in that energy, or that gives off that energy. So that'll kind of help you know, yeah, let me go back and re-listen, revisit, do something. I'm never negative on my channel, ever. And if I say something that offends somebody, I can assure you that 9 out of 10, you're taking it the wrong way. So let me just say this, because I know with over 500 subscribers, rounds of applause, rounds of applause. Thank you all. With over 500 subscribers, I know I'm talking to some of you. So I would never offend people that choose to subscribe to my channel, watch, and come here for entertainment, come here for knowledge, come here just to see me clown, come here for information. Whatever you come here for, I wouldn't offend you. Why would I do that? Come on over to my house, you know. You over here visiting me, so I would not offend my guests, my family members, my subscribers. But I want to say this. It's a very meaningful topic again, like all my topics. I'm not going to say why are we offended because I don't know anyone that is offended. I don't know anyone personally that gets offended. I would think some people might. I don't know. So I'm not going to say why do we get offended. I'm going to ask the question rather. When people correct you in speech, do you take it well? Do you take it as a thank you? It's like a compliment. If someone says, "Oh, that's a nice blouse today. Oh, those are a nice pair of shoes. I love that shirt. I love those jeans." And you say thank you. When someone corrects your grammar, your speech, do you take it to the chin or do you take offense to it? The reason I'm asking this question is because I know in our community we have the stigma of not being able to say a lot of things. Acts. I'm just going to throw it on out there. Let's just start at the top. Acts. I don't think it's something to pick on. I don't think it's something to tease people about because it's not about coming from the hood. It's not about being black. It's not about a lot of things. Some people literally can't form their mouths to say certain words. You see where I'm going with this when I say I'm not on this channel to ever offend anybody? So I'm talking about what I'm talking about, but not in a negative manner to where I'm like, why do black people say X? I'm black. That would be ignorant of me to belittle my own people or anybody else that can't properly say ask. It's not easy. I don't remember a time in life where I said ask, but I tell you what, I heard it enough. I heard the negative comments and how we are so belittled for not being able to properly say it that I remember strategically working hard to always say ask because you're not about to come over here and attack me for something that I can't say. It's not about the ignorance of, like I'm saying it, I know better, and I just choose to say it wrong. That's not the case with everybody. Some people do. We know people that'll get on the telephone. Who this is? That's just how they talk. You know, people have slang. They have different lingos. People have different ways they talk, and it's just where they come from, or it's just cute, or they grew up hearing it. That's totally different. But I'm talking about people, I'm talking about two things. People that really can't form their mind. There's words, you may think I'm well spoken, and I may say certain things. Some people, growing up, I was always told I sound like I was trying to be proper all the time. English was one of my favorite subjects. I literally just loved English. So I loved knowing that there was a way to pronounce and enunciate. And it just intrigued me like, oh, wow. You hear a word, you say it. I didn't think about there's wrong ways to say words. Like you don't pronounce them correctly. The enunciation is key. Like English just intrigued me. So it became one of my favorite subjects. So I began to take heed to what I was taught and I focused on saying words correctly. I ain't had nothing to do with trying to be proper is what I was always told in school. But anyway, that's my story. We're not here to talk about that really. As proper as I may sound to some people, there's words I can't form my mouth to say. Thank God I'm not Hispanic because I can't roll my tongue and do nothing. Rodriguez. I just did it by mistake. I can't commonly on a regular basis roll my tongue. Rodriguez. See, I keep doing it accidentally. I can't think of any other words that you roll your tongue. But I've practiced it and tried it 1,000 times and I can't do it. So the fact that I just did it twice on camera is making me look real silly. Tongue. Anywho, I'm clowning y'all. But really, I can't regularly roll my tongue to say a lot of Spanish words. There's English words I struggle with. And it's funny actually. When growing up, I could never say the word X it. And to this day, I have to say X it. If I say that word E-X-I-T fast, I don't know why in the name of God I put a K in it, but I'll say Eskit. I don't know why I say Eskit. I'm like, you don't get off on that Eskit. You just miss your Eskit. I don't know why in the name of God I put a K in it. So to this day, full grown adult, I don't say it as slow as I used to, but I knew it was ignorant sounding. And it drove me crazy. It was coming out of my mouth. And I'm like, it's E-X-I-T. Why? There's no K. So I had to learn trained myself the same way I did ask. And I usually just say ass as if I'm saying ass, you know, the inappropriate ass are behind. I start out by saying ass and add a K. For anybody that's watching that struggles with it, maybe that's a tip. Maybe that's a takeaway. Ask. Ask. That's the word I'm practicing to try to help someone else that struggles with it. And that's the only way I could think ass is used. I could have said a donkey. Ask. That's how you can properly say it. And I had to train myself to do that. And again, I don't think I ever said ax, but I don't think I said it. I think mine was between the proper way to say it and the wrong way to say it. I think I was somewhere in between. Exit. Same thing. Ask. I had to teach myself to say that. Exit. I had to just slow down and say X it. Get it right. Stop adding a K in there. So again, I did that because I love English and I knew there's ways that I know that words need to be pronounced correctly. And I knew that we, as a black woman, say a lot of words and we get dogged and dragged for not being able to say a lot of words properly. So with that being said, I want to go ahead and put myself out there on Front Street. So again, people won't think, oh my gosh, she thinks she's better than, and I don't come from that place ever, right? But I wanted to go ahead and put it out there that I do struggle with some words. I can't think of one right now that I can't say. Require. Sometimes I won't say require, I'll say require. Again, it's one of those I have to slow down. My mouth just moves funny and certain things come out not the way they're supposed to. But yeah, it is just one of those things I really want to know. What is that? And I know it comes from backgrounds and how we were raised and the fact that people were around us talking how they talked, and we picked up those things. We pick up talking, in manners and ways that we're used to hearing people. We're used to hearing people talk. So I know, I know where it comes from and things of that nature, but it still is just, I would just like to see how people do better, because it's usually the black community that gets attacked for not being able to speak, and people call us ignorant and all those things. And I just think that's ignorant, because a lot of people have lisp, different things. I don't have a lisp, but I have something going on that there's words sis cannot say. I'm telling you. So yeah, that's the topic. But here's where I'm going with this, and I'm gonna wrap this topic up. I want to know from you all. If someone corrects your grammar, are you offended or do you take it to the chin? Do you take constructive criticism well? This is why I'm asking this question. There's two. I'm only going to do two because, again, I may not have a lot of space left on my card. I've covered 10 topics, and it's a lot of space on my card, right? Earlier, it did get full, which is why I spent so much extra time doing content. I had to stop, take the card out the camera, drop it on the computer, put it back in. So I know I have some space. I created space, but I don't want to run out again. There's two words that come to the top of my head that bothers me when I hear people say it, because I'm like, do they know better? Is it one of those things kind of like, who this is? They know, they just don't want to. Happy New Year's. There's only one new year every year. There's one new year. I don't know why people are comfortable saying Happy New Year's. And the reason I'm talking about this is because not too long ago, I corrected somebody. And they was like, oh, I thought even when they be on the TV, they do the celebrations and stuff, it's always Happy New Year's. I said, oh, well, you thought that? You could just Google Happy New Year, Happy New Year celebration, or Happy New Year banners, or Happy New Year explosions, and you'll see words there. There's no S. It's Happy New Year. Every year it's one. We're going into a new year. We're not going into a new year's. Anyway, had that conversation with the person. They seemed like they got offended. And I'm thinking, why would you not appreciate that correction? So when you're talking to people, I just think most people would want to sound intelligent, smart at the least. So I feel like if Someone corrects a word I'm saying incorrectly, thank you. It's all I'm going to say. Thank you. So when I speak to the next person or the next person or someone of a higher education, or I'm in a meeting or business meeting, or please help me to sound intelligent or in the very least smart. That's how I take it. I'm gonna take it to the chin. Thank you. I said that wrong. Oh, girl, thank you. I'm not offended. So yeah, again, I just gave a couple of tips. My problem with the word it, right? And then ask. Hopefully people will take it away a couple of tips. There's only one new year every year. We're not going into multiple years. It is a single new year. We're about to go into the year of 2025. Just one. From January the 1st to December the 31st. It's 1 year. It's not Happy New Year's. How many do you think are new in that moment on January the 1st? Listen, it's just one. Hopefully some people that struggle with that or never really thought about it. I don't think it's a struggle. It's not a pronunciation thing. It's just people probably never thought about it. It's just Happy New Year's. I think it just flows off people's mouth without thinking about it. That's what I think. I don't think it's a thought and people just add an S and they don't mean to. So with that being said, the next one is minds. It's not minds. It's something, if you are describing something in a manner of saying, you got a package in the mail and other people got one, they want to know that you get yours. It's not I got mines. It's not I got mines today too. I got mines. Mines haven't come yet. It's just mine. I don't know what it is with the S thing, but I just brought those two up as examples. I'm definitely not trying to do an educational type of video because there's lots of words that people say wrong. I would have to literally spend a day and create maybe hundreds of words and do a whole video. I'm not doing that. So it's not about no longer saying New Year's, but if you pick that away, if you took that as a takeaway, great. If you now know it's not mine's anything, it's just mine, great if you use it as a takeaway. But my question and the point of the video is, do we take it to the chin when people give you constructive criticism and correct something as simple as your grammar? Do you say thank you and walk away with new knowledge that, oh, I've been saying that wrong for 10 years, all my life? That's all. That's all I want to know. That's the only reason I did the video. Drop it in the comments if you all will. What do you think that is? Have you ever corrected someone's grammar? How do they take it? Would you do it in the future? I call it constructive criticism, correcting your grammar, but not to be in a mean way. Again, it's not, I just did a video, a piece of content about when we say things that are blunt and we are outspoken and we're very verbal, why do people say we're being mean? So if someone corrects your grammar, I'm going to take it that you're being kind and you care about me and you don't want me to sound ignorant, stupid or dumb, speaking to other people. That's how I'm going to take it. If somebody told me I was saying something wrong, I think I would look pretty silly, like, well, didn't nobody ask you? Or like, whatever you might say. Like, what would you even say to other than, thank you, I didn't know I was saying that wrong. Or me, I may say, girl, my tongue don't go right to say that word. I may just explain why I'm saying something pronunciation-wise. But mine's and New Year's, I get the there, and there. That's very confusing. You'd probably have to go back and relearn the there, the theirs, the different ones and the meaning, and the I'm going to the store versus girl, me too. Those are a little bit deeper because you might have missed it in school. Maybe you got it and it was confusing when people like, why you give me one word that's spelled different ways and have different meanings? Maybe people didn't grasp that. I don't know. I'm just gonna stop right there with mines and New Year's. Those S's don't belong. That's it. And if someone other than myself told you in person, because I'm just saying on the video, some people are gonna catch it, some people aren't. The whole world's not gonna watch this video, but some people will. So if in person someone corrected your grammar, are you taking it to the chin and saying thank you, I didn't know, or are you offended by it? I'm not going to ask why are people offended. Obviously people don't like correction, people don't want to be told what to do. But again, if someone's telling you something beneficial, that's a good tell you what to do. Hey, I'm trying to help you. If you're talking to a professor or a teacher or your manager, your boss, trying to get a job, it might help you to speak proper. Not speak proper, but it may help you to sound educated, sound smart in the least. That's all. I think anytime a person is correcting you, I think they're trying to be helpful. I don't know how you're being mean. I mean, unless you're telling somebody they're not a kind word like dumb because of how they're saying stuff. I mean, again, the tone and the context of a conversation lets you know if someone's being mean. It's clear. But for the most part, I do it not a lot. I listen to a lot of people say things wrong depending on the person, and if I know I can make that correction, then I do. Other times, I'll find another way to do it. I do it with one person all the time that loves to text to when they mean TOO, and anytime they just type TO, I will come back and repeat their sentence like, for real, you did that too, and I'll add the extra O or whatever the you did that also. Yeah, I'll add the extra O, thinking they'll catch it. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But that's just, again, not to offend somebody. I just kind of correct it by repeating it and I'm spelling it myself, not saying you spelled that wrong. You know, I do little things like that. I'm a perfectionist at some things, y'all. Forgive me. Don't forgive me because it's who I am. But listen, I'm going to hop off of here because I do not want to run out of space again. Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned. Keep watching. And I will see you all next time.